Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix Uploaded. It's English, we're talking writing and presenting, and our focus is meetings. Now, there's a problem in that many high school learners have never sat in an official meeting. They've never taken minutes, they've never seen an agenda, they've never been part of the whole process of what agendas and notices and minutes involve. So I know that this is a particularly difficult part of the syllabus for you. Let's see what we can do to try to help you to come to grips with this important aspect of your syllabus, because you can be asked to write an agenda, notice, and a set of minutes in your writing paper. They always go together, and you would never get a notice without an agenda, because as you'll see, the notice and the agenda go together, but really it forms a unit. We start with the notice and the agenda. An agenda is a list of items that have to be discussed at a meeting. So the agenda will give an outline of what is going to be discussed at a meeting. The agenda helps you to keep to the point because it keeps you focused. These are the things we're going to discuss at the meeting. We don't want to waste people's time. These are the things that we are going to talk about. We will allocate just enough time to talk about each of them. When it's finished, we stop and we go home. Usually the chairperson and the secretary together draw up the agenda. So it's going to list the items that are going to be discussed at the meeting. They will check any letters or anything else that's come in since the previous meeting and put that onto the agenda. They will check the minutes of the previous meeting to see, is there anything we still need to discuss? And they will ask the people who are coming to the meeting, is there anything you think needs to be discussed? All of that will go onto the agenda. Before a meeting, you should also say if you want a motion to be discussed at the meeting. And a motion is a formal proposal which all the people at the meeting discuss and then vote on. So if you want a motion at a meeting, you want something for people to discuss and vote about, you should really get that onto the agenda before the meeting. We've talked about the people involved in a meeting. There's the secretary who takes the minutes, draws up the notice and the agenda. There's the chairman who runs the meeting. It's a very important role. You cannot allow the meeting to go off in its own sweet way and for people to natter on and on and on and on in a boring way. You have to keep people together, get through the things that you're meant to discuss, make decisions. So you've got to keep control. That's why it's called a chairman. The man part of chairman has to do with your hand. It's got nothing to do with being a male. It has to do with the hand. So you keep a hand on the meeting. You control the meeting. The notice, which tells people that the meeting is going to happen. The agenda, which is the list of things that you're going to discuss at the meeting. The motion, which is what you are going to vote on. And the minutes that are produced after a meeting as a record of what was decided at that meeting. You can be asked to write a notice of a meeting and the agenda. What should you do? Always focus on the process of writing, which we've talked about. The format of the notice. In the heading, you state the name of the committee or the group, when, the date and time, and where. The notice provides the purpose of the meeting and the audience that will receive the notice. The purpose of the meeting is, why are you meeting? What have you come together for? As I said earlier, nobody wants to waste their time. And the audience that will receive the notice is, who are the people involved in that meeting? Because the notice goes only to them, to tell them to come to the meeting and be part of it. So your notice and your agenda go out together before the meeting so that people can prepare, so that they know, oh, there's going to be a meeting and I am invited. And the notice and the agenda will go out before every meeting, even if this is a meeting that people are expecting. You meet, for example, on the first Tuesday of every month. We're going to continue to talk about minutes and meetings in our next segment.